welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be revisiting Halloween 2. Now, Halloween 2 1981, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I have strong opinions about this film. Well, my opinion has changed on this film, and I like this film a lot more than I used to. What was holding this film back for me was the negatives that I have, but I like this film a lot more. Let me start off with the positives. Let me go ahead and say Dick Warlock's performance as Michael, he did what he did with the role. You know, I'm not gonna say he was a bad Michael. I'm not gonna say he was the best. The thing, and again, it goes one with the negatives, which I will get into later. Dick Warlock's, he just seemed too robotic and too stiff for me. I don't know. Which I will get into his performance later. Okay, I think, Dick, he did a okay job as Michael. You know, I will say that. He knows how to stick to the shadows. He knows to do that. Okay, cool. More positives, I love that it takes place on the same exact night. I really do like that it does take place in the same exact night. I love the POV shots. I love the cinematography, love the way it's shot. I think Rick did a great job with the POV shots and the way it's handled, because in some scenes it looks like John Carpenter directed it. You know what I mean? Like, it really looked like John Carpenter directed some of these scenes. I know he didn't, but you know what I'm saying. It looked like he did, because that's how, the director kind of embodied this film. I think it worked very well. I really did like the hospital stuff. I thought the hospital scene was pretty cool. It could have been a little bit more populated, I'm not gonna lie. You could have just put 2 or 3 more doctors in there. It would have been populated, so to speak. Especially like small town hospitals, then they'll have a lot of workers anyway. So I would have put 2 or 3 more workers in there, and it would have added a little bit more body count to Michael. More positives, there are some very iconic and memorable moments. The ending, the scene when Michael lifts up the nurse. One of my favorite kills in the whole franchise, and one of my favorite kills in Halloween 2 1981, is when Michael takes this girl and puts her in a hot tub. Like, takes her face and just like that in the hot tub. Love that. And it's probably the most brutal kill in the whole film. Not the franchise, but the film. More positives, I did like the mask. I did like the mask. Fun fact, if you're a hardcore Halloween fan such as I, you would know that the Halloween 2 mask is the exact same mask from part 1. The only difference is Dick Warlock, he shaped the mask a little differently. So there's that. But I do like the mask, of course I like the mask. It's the same mask on the first one. But I do like how it kind of aged a little bit. You see more of the flesh tone and stuff like that. I think it really worked. I think it really worked. And so like a lot of times he's in the shadows, and he's like a lot. I think he's more in the shadows and more of a stalker in this one than the original, and that's saying a lot, I think. But I do think he's more in the shadows in this one. And that kind of works because of the hospital setting. So there's a lot more positives. I'm probably gonna start watching this one a lot more than I used to. I really did enjoy this one. Because like I said, the problem I used to have with this Halloween film was the negatives. The negatives was pulling me back, and was like, the negatives didn't want me to enjoy this film. More positives, Donald Pleasence's performance. Come on, you know what I'm saying? The score is really good. It's the same score from the first one, but it sounds even better. You know what I mean? I don't know why that is, but it just sounds better. I thought the opening was really cool. Like I said, like with the POV shots, and he's basically on a killing spree. Like, he's not done. He's gonna go on a killing spree. On to the negatives. On to the negatives. There's about equal amount of negatives and positives. About the same amount. Now, negatives. I'm not a huge fan of a sister and brother tie-in. Not a fan. I love the Halloween franchise, yes, but I'm not a big fan of the brother and sister timeline that they intimated in this one. I do like how they explained it, and I like the way the scene was shot. I like the dialogue. I love all that. But I just don't know, because it doesn't fit the film. Like it really doesn't fit the film. I don't think it fits the film. Because like if you watch like the first few minutes of Halloween 2, it just seems like he's just randomly killing people, and he just kind of put two and two together. Oh, she's at the hospital. You know what I mean? Because like in that one scene where he sees like the hospital sign, he's just walking. He just sees the sign and puts two and two together. He's not thinking, oh, she's my sister. You know what I mean? Like, would he really know that? Like, that's the thing that kind of, you know what I mean? I never thought about that. Like, if the case was hidden, then they probably didn't tell Michael about Laurie. So that always kind of I'm not a huge fan of the brother and sister tie-in. I don't know if that was John Carpenter's ideal or whose ideal was that, but they just scrapped it because I think, yes, Michael is still scary, but I feel like, again, you're adding a piece of history to him that kind of, and it doesn't really go anywhere because, like I said, how would Michael know that unless he has some type of powers in his mind? It just doesn't work for me. More negatives. This my opinion. I wish Michael would have picked a bigger scalpel. Come on, it's a hospital. They got a lot of choices of weapons, and he chooses this little scalpel. Small nitpick, I know, but he chooses a small scalpel because, come on. More negatives again. Dick Warlock. He did what he did with the role. He's an okay Michael. He's a decent one. He got the job done, but he was too robotic for my liking. The type of Michael Myers I like is like a Nick Castle or George P. Wilbur or Tyler Mane or a James U. Courtney. I like that style of Michael, where he's brutal, he's very mobile and smart. I'm not, again, Halloween 2 Michael was smart, but I'm saying there were some things, like the scene where Michael was walking on the glass. I'm saying that walking, like, if you've seen the chase scene with Michael and Laurie in Halloween 2, you know what I'm talking about. Michael decides to walk on the glass. Now, yes, Laurie knows that he's coming, but the stalker and Michael wouldn't have necessarily stepped on the glass. He would have tried to find another way around, or he would have kind of stepped on the side with no glass. I always thought that was kind of negative to me, small nitpick again, but yeah, he wouldn't have, why did he step on the glass? To intimidate her? I feel like Michael's intimidating enough, he don't need to step on glass to make noise, But them are the only negatives that I have. I wish Michael would have chose a bigger scalpel. I wish he didn't step on glass, and I wish Laurie had more to do because, again, whose film is this? Is it a Michael Myers film? Is it a Dr. Loomis focused film? Is it a Laurie film? Is it that is it a Sheriff Brackett film? Whose film is this? There's really no identity. You would think, okay, well, it's gonna focus more on Dr. Loomis and Laurie. No, it don't. I always find that kind of, you have Laurie there, but you really only have her for like a couple of minutes into the film, and I think, Jamie Lee Curtis, she did a good job in the role. But there should have been some more iconic moments with her and Michael in this one. I think there should have been some more iconic moments. I don't know. But there's just a few negatives, as I said. The scalpel thing, the glass thing. The way Dick Warlock moved. The hospital being kind of empty. That was also a little negative. Again, small town, yes. But I know small town hospitals. I've been in a small town hospital before. And there's only going to be 3 or 4 workers. There's not going to be a lot. They're going to make you wait in there for like a minute. I know. But, it is what it is. Halloween 2, This is a classic of a film. You gotta check it out. If you love the first one, you're gonna love this one. I love Halloween 2. Yes, I loved it before, but I love it more now because of the. I just love it. That's the best. I just love this film. So go check out Halloween 2. I do give it a recommendation. I give it a 9 out of 9. You know, I'm not gonna slap a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna slap an A plus on there, but I do give it a solid 9 out of 9 because of the same night, because of the mask, because of some other things that could go on and on. But Halloween 2, it's a classic. It deserves the classic spot. It 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 is what a sequel is supposed to do. It does what a sequel is supposed to do and inspires to do. It hits all the right notes as a slasher and as a sequel. Everything's perfect. The film still holds up the way it's shot and everything. The ending was awesome when Michael was walking, he's on fire, when he has the bloody eyes. All that iconic, memorable stuff will always be remembered. You know, even if you take this film out of canon, it's always going to be remembered and talked about amongst this community right here. So I feel like that's something to take. You know, this is just a classic Halloween film. But if you did enjoy, big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new. Please hit that bell. Let me know if you do get notified when I upload a brand new video. Let me know what you think of Halloween 2 in the comments below. Catch everyone in the next one.